Good day. I am Amir Yahaya, a medical student from Northern Nigeria, and I would like to tell you about the RISK project, that's the Roadside Accident Care and Emergency, why it is important to me, and how IMG Live Your Mark grant can help bring it to life. In Nigeria, especially Northern Nigeria, road injuries are unfortunately very common. The poor road conditions, the lack of emergency services, and the ongoing bad injury all combine to create a very devastating situation. Too often, people who could have properly survived an accident end up with lifelong disability or worse just because they didn't get the right care at the right time. I will admit that this issue is quite very personal to me. My uncle was a victim of this unfortunate occurrence twice, in fact. He survived, but both left him with serious disfigurement. What struck me most was not just his injury, but the chaos he described he had to go through before he reached the hospital. There was no immediate help, there was no proper transportation, and there was nothing to ease his pain. As a medical student, I encountered a lot of similar situations in a trauma center. Victims arrive late, poorly transported, no proper first aid, and the results are very heartbreaking. While I acknowledge the fact that there's nothing I can do to prevent this accident, what I can actually change is what happened in those first critical moments after one occurred. That's why I came up with the RISK project. That's the Roadside Accident Care and Emergency. The goal is simple, that is to train interstate drivers in basic first aid and trauma response. These drivers are often the first to arrive at the scene of accident, so we keep it there with the skill to properly manage bleeding, control fractures, perform CPR, and also properly transport patients will help reduce preventable death and complications following trauma. Along with the training, we also hope to equip some vehicles with basic first aid kits. However, our goal is to train the drivers to be able to use readily available materials. This mission connects closely with IMG values, that is to provide health and safety solutions to people globally. Just like IMG wants to make travelers feel safe globally, I want to make travelers in my community feel relatively safe in our roads. IMG Live Your Mark grant will make a huge difference. It will help fund the training session, the training materials, and the logistics needed to launch this project. And beyond the funding, it will help amplify the narrative that community-driven grassroots project like this actually makes a difference. For me, this is more than just a project. It is about honoring my uncle's experience, like using my medical knowledge to serve and to leave my mark by empowering others to act in moments that matters the most.